Steve Gillere, you're all very welcome here to the Louth GAA Centre of Excellence in Darver, where we are about to go live for the very National League Camogie Division 4 final here between your two teams from the group, top of the table, Tyrone against second place Wicklow. What promises to be surely a very entertaining game here in very, very blustery conditions here, but sunny at the moment, and the rain seems to have passed for now. We hope that it will stay away for the duration of this. So as I said, we are here for Division 4 final. We'll bring you through our two teams in a moment as well. Our Rachor for today is Kieran Groom from County Offaly, a man who is well experienced in Camogie finals and indeed in ladies football as well. Francis Caldwell of Down is our standby referee. Lisa Bannon of Cavan will be running the line on the other side, while Louise Riley, also of Cavan, will be our fourth official here today. So as I said, the two sides here today, courtesy of finishing first and second in Division 4. Just ahead of Mayo and the side who would have been here today, Louth, unfortunately finished bottom of the table. Tyrone 3 wins from 3 and a fine scoring difference to go with it, just short of the 100-point tally in their 3 games. Wicklow then their only defeat coming against the side that they are facing here today. So to bring you through our two teams now, we do expect that there are some changes on the Wicklow team. We're just waiting to get those through at the moment, but we will start with the Garden County as they are lined out on the programme, but as I said, any changes we'll bring you as they come. So Wicklow then will start out with in goals Iver Hain, Caitlin Hughes, full back line captain of Fern Iver Doe, Casey Kelly, Iver 3, Tia Cullen, August Iver Cahir, Alice Mulhull. The half back line then Iver Cuig, Ciara Wafer, Iver O'Shea, Aoife Connolly, Iver Shocked, Shauna O'Shea. Lorna Porca then Iver Hooked, Shanna Gotelin is partnered by Iver Nee, Sarah Lamb. Half forward line Laura Smith, Iver Jess, Sophie Birmingham, Iver Ahane Jake, and Daisy Summer, Cullen Dunn, Iver Doig. And our full forward line then Faye Corrigan, Iver 3 Jake, Nicole Kern, Iver Cahir Jake, and Iver Cooey Jake, Emily Tyrrell. And we'll just pause now for our national anthem. So to bring you through the Tyrone team then, there are a couple of changes on the Tyrone team that we are aware of at the moment. So we'll bring you through those. So in goals, Emer Colton starts off, Iver Hain. The full back line then, Iver Doe, Brona Moohan is partnered then by the replacement number 19 is Rachel O'Neill, replaces Nicola Keever. Iver Cahir, Grace Daly, this full back line. Aoife MacDonald, Iver Cuig and sister Grania MacDonald, 5 and 6. Joint captain of the team, Una McCann. Iver Shocked, Lorna Porca, Olivia Farley is partnered by Anya Cunningham. Iver Ajeh, Lara Devlin. Iver Hain Jake, Lauren Fitzgerald. Iver Doig, Roisin McErleen. Iver 3 Jake, Cara Little. Iver Cahir Jake, Siobhan Donnelly, the other joint captain of the team. And Caitlin Gallagher, Iver Fiha 3 is a late addition to the team as well, who replaces Mairead Donnelly in the corner forward slot. So as I said, any changes to the Wicklow side we will try and bring you as well. We have heard that there potentially is a few of them, and we'll just see if we can get hold of those in the next couple of minutes, but we're only a couple of minutes away here from throw-in. In fact, we've just been told there is one replacement on the Wicklow side. I'm just trying to see here who it is who has been replaced. In fact, there's a couple of positional changes as well on that Wicklow side, so I'll try and sort them out for you. So full back line has also a couple of changes as well, as has the half forward line and the full forward line, so we'll sort those out for you as we go along. But it looks like Casey Kelly, the full back, has now moved, I should say, from cornerback into the full back position, so she has a change of jersey as well from Iver Doan to Iver 3. Iver Hookjagi for Campbell looks like she is in at cornerback instead. Our half-back line will stay the same as our referee Kieran Groom, but it's about to get things underway here. And we'll sort out the other changes now once I can see who it is, but there's definitely a couple of changes. Anyways, our referee gets things underway here. Just gone past 2 o'clock here in Darver in County Louth. Very National Camogie League Division 4 final here, and it is Tyrone who are the ones who were on the early attack here. And it's Olivia Farley now lays it up into the forward line looking for Cara Little. Give a little bit of info on all the players as well as they go along, because there are some huge scoring threats on this Tyrone side, and they will attack from the front as you can expect, and Farley is straight in there trying to get things moving already. So early tussle for possession here around the 45-yard line on that end. We should mention as well that wind kind of blowing all over the place, but at the moment it looks like it's very much in Tyrone's favour here as Wicklow try and get forward early on here. Ball knocked inside. Another change on the Wicklow side as well that I get number 4 in a minute. See number 20 on the pitch here is Wicklow now trying to get forward, trying to get the opening score of the game if they can. And again, another scrap for possession. Kieran Groom has a look at it, and again the end decides that enough is enough there. It's going to try and throw the ball in just to get things restarted here once again. So I said there have been a number of changes, particularly on the Wicklow side here. I'm just getting confirmation of them as well at the moment as Tyrone now try and come out of defence as fast as they can and try and get themselves motoring here. Again, the wind is going to play a huge factor in this one here today. It's going to be difficult for both sides, difficult with the wind and difficult against the wind. Battle for possession, good one in there. And Wicklow now looking for, I think it's Hannah Doyle, the number 20 who has come in. So these two teams met in the group early on, and it was Tyrone who won by 4-11 to 2-11. They were well in command, and in the end sort of took the foot off the gas a little bit in that second half, but managed to come out with the victory in the end as Rachel O'Neill gets in there. But chance now for Wicklow. Is there a chance here for an opening score? Comes out to Nicole Curran. She loses possession, and it's Farley who's in there once again. She's going to have a big bearing on this one. She scored in all 3 of the group games, a couple of points in one and a single point in another. So apart from doing the fine work around the middle, she is also a huge scoring threat. That ball lobbed into the forward line. It's gone over the head of Cara Little. Expect her to be involved in absolutely everything scoring wise today. Lauren Fitzgerald now. Fitzgerald looks up. Tyrone, as said, with the advantage of that incredibly strong wind. It was good defending back there by Casey Kelly. And Casey's going to have a bit of a battle on her hands here. Caitlin Gallagher, as I said, the one who is in place of Mairead Donnelly. Late change in the side. And that's good defending back there. In fact, it looks like Casey Kelly, despite what it says here, Casey is actually still wearing the number 2 jersey. So the Wicklow team sheet certainly confusing a little bit at the moment, but we'll try and figure it out. So ball played down here, and it's Tyrone who managed to mop things up. It's a good play here from Una McCann. Joint captain of the team, Rachel O'Neill, down as replacement in the full back line. Great tackling there from Wicklow. Around the middle, they're going to have to be doing plenty of this. They are going to, especially against this wind, they're going to have to try and stay in the game as much as possible, not let these long range scores go against them early on. Good, huge amount of hassling and hurrying here as the wind just picking up even more here around us. Trying to keep my back to it here as much as possible, and go play here again. It's Lara Devlin. Devlin goes for the first score. It looks good, and she's happy enough with that one. Lovely score there from Lara Devlin. Wouldn't expect anything less from Lara Devlin. A fine score there from the Eden Dork star. She already has 210 in 3 games. Injured in 2022 as well with a knee injury, so it's good to see her back in the fray as well the last couple of seasons as the puck out comes down. You can see the pressure of the wind there on Caitlin Hughes, just barely getting over the 45, and normally she'd go a lot further than that as O'Neill now picks it up. Down as a replacement full backs, I said, but definitely not, and that's a lovely score from O'Neill. 2 quick scores on the board here for Tyrone, and that will do them a world of good. Lovely score there from Rachel O'Neill as Caitlin Hughes tries to get things up and running straight away here. The dark clouds starting to come over here once again. We're hoping they Won't last too long. And can Wicklow now get themselves back into it? It's a good turnover there. And it's Donnelly now. Joint captain of the team decides to lay it off inside. Is there a chance here for Tyrone to get another score? Looking for a third, and it looks like it's Cara Little this time. Just waiting to see the jersey number. I think it is. It is Little. And Cara Little now has got herself on the scoreboard. So 3 scores already for Tyrone from the Moonshore. Cara, as we would call her, from Gaelscoil. She's had a fantastic campaign so far. Won 5 against Mayo, 2-3 against Wicklow, 8 points against Louth. That puck out again, just causing frustration here for the Wicklow management, and it's a chance for a fourth, and I think that one is over the bar as well. It's another one for Lara Devlin, and Tyrone absolutely shooting the lights out here early on. And Brendan Tobin just trying to find something here from his Wicklow side. It's Brendan's second year in charge of this side, and looking for victory. They were the 2018 under-16 development title winners on that day. 3 goals from Daisy Cullen Dunn. Is this one over? Is this another one? It's the first wide of the day for Tyrone. And it's taken 5 shots. They've already got 4 of them. And this time this one does go to the left and wide as the rain starts to fall here, just to go along with the wind, as if things weren't windy and tricky enough here. It's now getting a lot worse here for Wicklow, and they are really going to be up against it here. Not just the actual teams that they're facing here, the champions, the group winners at the moment, but also the weather is absolutely terrible to play against. Good hassling in here. And can Wicklow get themselves back into it here? A few wild swings around there, and Devlin's got herself into it as well. Is there a chance here now for them to get something out of this one? Bursting forward here is Birmingham. Birmingham lays it off. Tyrone just trying to swarm around things here. Just try and force out Wicklow back out and get the quick running game going themselves, which they're well able to do. They did plenty during the group stage as well, and indeed they've turned that one over. Kieran Groom says no free there, play away. It's into the corner here, but is there a chance now possibly for Laura Smith? Smith lays it off. It's gone across the goal. Chance here for Wicklow. Surely they can get something out of this. No, goalkeeper comes out. Wild swing and a miss. Nicole Kern just tried to get something there. In the end, got nothing. Kieran Groom says play away again. No free. Happy enough to let the game run on. And Kern will be disappointed with that one. That was a chance there for Wicklow to get themselves into this one. Nothing coming of it in the end. Good defending back there. Sean O'Shea now has it. O'Shea plays it across the middle here. Birmingham now. Need plenty of running for her. Great tackling there from Donnelly. And it's turned over here by Farley, and Farley has 2 players up ahead if she decides to use them. That ball though looks like it's going to drift very long. In fact, it stayed in play, and there's a battle on here for possession, and Casey Kelly back there looks like she's been forced into the mistake, and it is going to go for a 45. So 4 points to no score early on here, and Tyrone making full use of the wind early stages here, and a chance now for them to knock over a 5th score of the game. Paul O'Grady is the man in charge of Tyrone, should mention as well, a Mayo man now living in Killyclare. Granny Elizabeth McNeese played the first ever Camogie match in Caseman Park when it opened back in 1950, I can't remember what year, 53 I think it was. A chance now for Cara Little to knock over a 5th point for her side. Doesn't have to put a huge amount into it, but that one though has gone to the right and wide once again. So 2 wides now for Tyrone, 4 points and 2 wides on the board. And the only opportunity, and they're just, I think, a stoppage here for a little bit of attention to one of the Wicklow forwards down there, just trying to see which one of them it is. Hannah Doyle is in for Wicklow. As I said, it was one of the changes that we were just trying to see. The confusion with the Wicklow team that was shown different from the programme is that they have it the way they are actually lined out as opposed to the way their numbers of the jerseys are, which was confusing me. So Faye Corrigan is not starting, it is Hannah Doyle who is in instead of Faye. So Hannah wearing Iver Fiha, number 20 on her jersey. Quick line out taken, quick sideline I should say, taken over the far side. And Roisin McArleen gets her first touch on the ball, looking up forward now for Little. She's already got a point on the board, causing a bit of trouble there for Alice Mulhall. Tussle for possession. Kieran Groom in fact has put the flag up. There is a sideline ball over the far side for Wicklow. So as I mentioned there, Daisy Summer Cullen Dunn scored a hat-trick back in the 2018 under-16 development, and And alongside Poppy Rose, sister on the bench. There are certainly two formidable attackers here as Tyrone now go in search of another one. It's Gallagher. There's huge pressure there from the Tyrone defence. They're still trying to hold on to it, still trying to work something out here, but Wicklow do very, very well and drive it across the pitch. It's over here as far as Doyle now. She's had to come all the way back to try and get hold of it. Has McCann for company. Mine just turn inside, goes off the left, plays it off. It's a nice ball. Durant from it here. If it's Kira Wafer this time. She put under all kinds of pressure there from McCann. Anyone's ball now at the moment. Is scrappy enough moment there, but in the end Devlin manages to take it off, and Devlin looks up straight over the black spot, and that's a third for Lara Devlin. 5 points to no score now. Lovely score there from Lara Devlin. No surprise that she knocks over another one, the Eden Dork star. She was captain of the under-16 side back in 2020 as well. And as you can see, the difficulty for Caitlin Hughes with those puck outs, not even reaching the 45 this time with the wind driving against her, whereas in contrast, that shot coming in there from Roisin McErleen barely tapped from the 45 and travelled all the way over the end line and wide, so another wide for Tyrone. Puts them up to 3, but they'll be happy enough with their start. 5 points to no score here early on. That ball batted down by Devlin once again, who's been all over everything at the moment. Wicklow now just trying to get hold of possession here just to try and fight it out, but that looks like it's going to be a wonderful score, and it is. It's another one for O'Neill. Brilliant score there from Ibernijeg, number 19. Absolutely fantastic score from the Derry Loughlin player. She had 2 points against Louth as well, and she already has 2 on the board here today. It's another chance now. Devlin bearing down a goal. Is she going to try and bury to the back of the net? Here she is, and it's in the back of the net. It's a goal for Lara Devlin. 1-3 now for Lara Devlin already. The game barely 10-12 minutes old, and an absolutely rip-roaring start here for Tyrone. Exactly what they were looking for. They've taken total control of this one. 1-6 on the board for them now already. And Wicklow really, really up against it, just not been allowed to do anything here. It was a fine finish from Devlin, but she burst through. And it's complete control here from the Ulster side, and it's driven in long once again here. It's a fight for possession. That ball's going to hop well held by Hughes, because that was a tricky one that shot from, well, long ball in from McErleen. Ended up travelling the entire way, and Aoife Connolly now is going to try and take command of it back here. Looks like she's fouled. Referee says no, play away, and it's inside to Sarah Lamb. First we've seen of her. Good footballer as well, Sarah Lamb is. The ball just kicked forward here, hacked forward by Wicklow in the hope of getting something out of it. And is there a chance here now? This might be something for the Garden County. Laid off inside. It's a good pass inside to Doyle. If she lays it off again, there's a chance here. Doyle instead goes for a goal. It's a tame effort, and it's easily held in the end by Emer Colton. And Colton drives it long, and Devlin is there once again. Well, she's already causing absolute carnage here for Wicklow, and she drives it along into the full forward line. It's a good ball. Cara Little is off the shoulder here, but that ball looks like it's going to travel out to the left and wide this time. Well, that was half a chance there for Hannah Doyle. She bore down in goal. She had support in there from Curran. Decided to go alone in the end. The ball just trickled straight into the hurl of Emer Colton in the Tyrone goals. As Wicklow, I think, are already looking to make a couple of substitutions down here in front. Tactics board is out, and there's plenty of discussions here with a couple of the girls. Driven into the corner here now, a chance here for Laura Smith. Smith now decides to try and put the head down, drives it across the goal now. Is there something from this one here? And the player's a little bit blindsided by that one there. Ball comes out, Tyrone looking to put players out there. Nicole Kern is the one who's there. She's going to be over carrying the ball, I think she is. See if Anya Cunningham is in there trying to put a stop to it. And between a couple of them, they managed to do it. And Olivia Farley, I think, is the one who does very, very well there to get it away. Up to Devlin now. What can Devlin do? It's brilliant skill there from Devlin once again. She manages to leave her marker in her wake, and away she goes. And that pace is going to be hard to stop. She's already round 2. She's a look at the target. Will be a fine score if it goes over. And indeed it does. What a score from Lara Devlin. That's absolutely wonderful. The incredible pace of Lara Devlin. Just impossible for Wicklow to deal with at the moment. 1-7 to no score now. Very, very one-sided affair here with the win for Tyrone. And this game, though, far from over. Wicklow really going to have to try and get themselves a few scores in this one early on. The ball driven into the square here. Is there anything in it for anyone? Hard to see there for both players, kind of underneath that blinded sun. Wicklow do well just to try and get the ball back into play here, but nothing coming out of it. And in the end, Brona Muhan is the one who manages to take it away, loses the ball, but still bats it out away from danger out to O'Neill, and it goes over the sideline, and it'll be a Wicklow ball. So it looks like Wicklow here have wound up 3 substitutes down in front. Obviously not content with the way things have gone so far. Wind and all into consideration, it's still been a very, very mediocre start for the Garden County, and they'll be hoping for a lot more. So a battle for possession going on over that far side of the pitch, over by the clubhouse there. And Kieran Groom spots the loose hurl, swung in there, and is awarding the free in now to Wicklow. It's an awkward angle with or without wind, but hopefully they can get themselves on the scoreboard here. In fact, Kieran Groom has gone over just, I think, to have a word with one of the Tyrone players. And the notebook is out. There might be caution here for somebody. It was a bit of a loose hurl, to be fair, and indeed it is a yellow card. Let's try and see who it's for now in a moment. But a chance here for Wicklow to try and get something on the board just to stem, just slow down the tide, really. The yellow card there was for Gráinne MacDonald. So she goes into the book early on here, just as we are gone past the first quarter of this one here in Darver. Looking to see where the 2024 Division 4 title is going to go this year. 2023, Wicklow were the Nancy Murray Cup champions with victory over Mayo, comprehensive victory 115 to 1-5. 2022 was the first ever time Wicklow contested a final at this level. And for Tyrone, they are the reigning Division 4 champions, having beaten Mayo comprehensively the last day out. That free looks like it's going to drop well short. Chance here of a goal, surely something in for Wicklow. No, the ball somehow doesn't go into the net. Incredible that it didn't. Ball comes back out again to Curran. Curran fires this one, and it's over the bar, and Wicklow are off the board. First score for Wicklow. It could have been a goal. That free hung in the wind, seen for all eternity, but it was batted out, and it came out to Curran, who had a second pop at it. Managed to get it, but this is where things are going really wrong for Wicklow and really right for Tyrone. Devlin been the difference between the two sides at the moment. 1-4 on the board for her from play already. That's good tackling back there. Ciara Wayford is very, very well. Big hitter in the middle there from Rachel O'Neill. Referee says play away, and it's out again to MacDonald on the yellow card now after that last challenge. Ball lobbed inside. Is there another chance here for Tyrone? The ball's hopped over the heads. There's surely a chance. That's a lot of steps taken, but the referee says play away. Great defending back there from Casey Kelly. That's a free in. Kieran Groom has decided. Well, Wicklow may have had a case there for a free the other way. That was a questionable amount of steps taken there from Lauren Fitzgerald, but Kieran Groom was happy to let things go, and in the end, Casey Kelly, the captain, is deemed to have committed the foul. A chance now for Cara Little to get the first score from a place ball today. The last free Tyrone had, of course, to the right and wide. Little now from bang in front of the goal. Should be very, very straightforward, and indeed it is. Good score from Cara Little. First free of the day. 1-8 for Tyrone. A single point for Wicklow. As Hughes now decides to drive it long this time. Again, gets a little bit more distance on this time. A good puck out there from the Wicklow goalkeeper, but it's a fight for possession back there. Carnew Emmett's goalkeeper as well has also played in the forward line for a club. She was on the 2023 Wicklow Camogie Team of the Year as well. And indeed that is going to be over carrying this time. And a bit of pressure from Wicklow now, just working in their favour this time. So free back well inside their own half here for Wicklow, and Sean O'Shea is the one who is going to try and drive it long. And again, you can see the pressure the wind is having on Wicklow here. That ball probably only going about 30 yards, I'd say, into the distance. And another drag back there now, another free for Wicklow. It's been a few frees they've won now in the last few minutes. No harm for them. Brendan Tobin's side just trying to get them back into the running here. And it's O'Shea now. O'Shea lays it off, and it's to Alice Mulhall. Alice has a few scores to her name over time as well. The referee says that was a slip, play away, and that's going to be another foul. Indeed it is. It's another over carrying, and that's well spotted by Kieran Groom. Nothing to argue with that one. And all these little frees adding up, just giving Wicklow a little bit of confidence. And driven in long now into the forward line. Well, I say forward line, unfortunately. Didn't quite reach that far, and it's taken out here by McCann. McCann lays it off to McDonald. McDonald drives it long, and you can see she's driven it from well inside her own half. It's landed inside the full forward line. There's a scrap now for possession. Nobody's there for the loose ball, and it's another free out in the Tyrone bench, going absolutely berserk down here in front of us. The 5th free given in the past 2 minutes against them, but to be fair, I don't think you can argue against them. It's not meant to be a game of level frees. If you give them away, they should be given. Wicklow trying to clear their lines here, and it's Kelly who does so, gets it out to the centre of the field, but again it's just a red and white jersey who's there first to the ball, as it has been for a lot today. It's Gottlieb. We haven't really seen her involved at all. She will be central to a lot of the play around here. It's another free given away. This time the Tyrone bench have decided to stay quiet over that one. There was a high challenge there. So Shanna Gottlieb now is a player I said there who would have a huge impact on things. A Leinster Junior winner 2019, plays for IT Carlow, also plays for football in Wicklow with Tinahely as well. So a real all-round star, one of the many on show here today for both sides. So taken up here by Birmingham, just looking for a bit of support. Forwards have moved into good position, but neither of them were found. The ball kind of went away from them and straight into the hands here of McCann, who's had a fine game so far at half-back for her county. As the joint captain Farley now drives it long, and that tactic is obviously going to work with the wind. Straight inside here to Little as a look up, driven forward into the forward lines. Lauren Fitzgerald challenging in there against Mulhall. And there's a bit of space behind there if Tyrone can get it out. And that one is going to be another free out. And Tyrone seeming a little bit benched, seeming a little bit bemused by some of these frees. That's a 7th free now, I think, in the past couple of minutes has gone against them. Not really sure what that one was. More of a tussle for possession there, but enough to award the free out. So Wicklow now just looking, as I said, to get themselves back into this one. They do trail by 10 points, and this time the free has gone the way of Tyrone, and the book is out here. And I think it's going to be a tick in here for one of the Wicklow players, and it'll be a chance though for Cara Little to knock over a second free. Distance not going to be a problem for her, and it's almost exactly in the same line that she scored the first one from. And this will be a chance now for Tyrone to bring their score up to 1-9. So they've had 3 different scores. That total, if Little can knock this one over, should be straightforward for her. Indeed it is, straight between the post. Lovely free from Cara Little. And Tyrone now well in control here, 1-9 to a single point in this very National Camogie League Division 4 final here in Darver in County Louth. Tyrone just looking for a free there, 4 steps. Referee says play away, ball knocked into forward line. A good call there in the end by Laura Smith, and that ball hooked well, and it's going to be a line ball here to Wicklow. That was a good hook down there by Laura Smith. I should mention as well, Laura Manley, she was known before her wedding not that long ago, and of course the day after the wedding, what did she do? She turned out to play for Wicklow. As you do. That's commitment. So sideline ball here will be taken by Curran, the sole point scorer so far for Wicklow. Doesn't get a good connection on it. Down by the dugout here. And it's Tyrone who are going to try and bring this one out. It's the other McDonald, Aoife McDonald this time, Grania of course on in there beside her. And it's picked up by, I think it's Grace Daly who's picked that one up and driven it into the forward line. It's going to end up in the hands of a blue jersey, and it's driven out well there by Aoife Connolly. And Connolly manages to find Curran now. Curran's a long way from goal. What's she going to do? She tries to hammer it in there. It goes decent distance against the forces of nature that's back there against her. Another tussle back here, and that ball still in play. Comes out to Curran now, has a little bit of support, decides to go ahead. Referee says no foul there. There was a call for foul not given. The ball's lobbed inside here. Chance for Lamb. Goes all the way across here looking for Gottlieb. In fact, it's Sophie Birmingham who's taking it up, and Birmingham has a look at the target. Fancy their chances. Is that one over the bar? It is a lovely score. Fine score there from Sophie Birmingham off the left hand side. 2 points now for Wicklow. 1-9 for Tyrone. 2 good scores now from play, coming from identical spots really from Curran and Birmingham. But that's good for Wicklow. That's what they need to do, just to try and keep themselves into it, and then maybe in this second half when it comes that the wind might be slightly more favourable for them. That looked like a high hurl there. The referee saw nothing in it, says play away. And again, another ground tussle for possession over there. Tyrone have got a few scores breaking out of these tussles already. They have Devlin, or they have Little I should say, inside in the full forward position at the moment, just waiting for anything that might break her way. And it's Wicklow managed to come out with it. It's Mulhall now, doing very, very well, laying it off here to Lamb. Sarah Lamb now back again. It's a good turnover by Devlin. Well, Wicklow managed to get it back here, and it's race for possession around the middle. Well taken in, advantage here to Wicklow. It's a foul by Devlin on Connolly. And Kieran Groom just bringing the free back here to the 65 or so. So we're just having a look here. We're about 25 minutes or so into, 26 minutes into this one. And so far, Tyrone well in command, 1-9 to 2 points. As I said, that wind is certainly worth a lot of scores. How many we'll probably find out in that second half. It's driven up into that wind there, and you can see it holding up. It's well played there by Kern, and she has support across here in the middle. Decides to have to go along the ground. Spills out. Chance here now. Driven in. It's just a chance for third score. It's going to drop well short. The ball's up there. It's anyone's ball. And in fact, the referee has called stop to the play here, as Kern, I think, took a bit of a clatter of the hurl there as the shot came in, and she's holding on to her wrist. Physio's coming in now just to check and make sure that everything all right there for her. Kern has been the main star sharpshooters for Wicklow so far. 5 points against Tyrone when the two met in the group. 1-6 against Louth and 1-1 against Mayo. And scored 2-2 against Mayo in the Nancy Murray Cup final in 2023 as well. As I said, there's quite a few different clubs represented here for both sides for Wicklow, as well as I mentioned their goalkeeper Caitlin Hughes, who's also played as an outfielder or forward for a club as well, was on the 2023 Wicklow Camogie Team of the Year. And the cornerback Alice Mulhall, also part of the Knockananna side, who've won the 4 in a row down in Wicklow as well. A few of these girls as well I would have commentated on in the football scene as well, underage. Daisy Summer Cullendon and sister Poppy Rose Cullendon, who's on the bench as well. So quite a few familiar names. And as I said, Laura Smith, or Laura Manley as she was, before getting married, played the 2022 Division 4 final the day after her wedding. But here it looks like, in fact, it is Poppy Rose Cullendon who is going to have to come on here in place of the full forward Nicole Curran. Nicole has the hand here in, yeah, it's in the cover here, the medic just bringing her off. I think a temporary substitution at the moment as Poppy Rose is in. Hopefully Nicole Curran will be able to come back on. It is a temporary substitution, we're told at the moment. And Poppy Rose straight into the action here, and straight up forward here now to Smith. And Smith drives it, and that's over the bar. Lovely score there from Laura Smith. Well, that one came from a fair distance out, particularly against the breeze. And a lovely score. That's a fine puck out, and a great catch there by Olivia Farley. Tyrone not eager to wait around at all, and Farley has put the accelerator on here, and she's flowing through, and she's got a chance to pop this one over if she can. It's to the right and wide. So 5th wide now for Tyrone. So 1-9 to 3 points. Didn't really get a chance to mention that score. Lovely score that was from Laura Smith. Poppy Rose Cullendon straight into the action. A good layoff there to her half-forward partner for the moment. And a lovely score. Great catch there from Goetzelin. Shanna Goetzelin now playing it out, and it's Poppy Rose this time. Already had an impact on this one, and as I said, a fine footballer as well. Referee says play away there. There was a bit of a wild hurl, and Poppy Rose happy to go forward here, trying to lay it off. Great defending there from Tyrone. Combination there of McCann and McErleen doing very, very well. Devlin now. Devlin taking a smack on the knee there, and referee saw nothing in it, and Devlin now is hobbling around here, and as the medic on around, they definitely don't want to lose her, as Wicklow now try and get forward here through Lamb. And Lamb now, and Tyrone are going to come out of here. Devlin looks to be in a little bit of pain here as the medic is on to give her a little bit of treatment. Play continues though around. A fine catch there by Little, brilliant play there from Cara Little, and she's put on the accelerator as well. It's a feature of the Tyrone forwards. Great block down there by Goatland. Does very well, and again she's in there second time. That's what they're looking for her. And Wicklow now have managed to turn that one over. You can just see them growing into the game here a little bit, and Mulhall decides enough is enough. Drills it across here to Connolly. Connolly has support up ahead. And Devlin now just jumping straight back up into it, hobbling a little bit, but happy enough to continue. Doyle now. Doyle turns Devlin one way. Looks up the line there. It's going to be a short pass. That's the only way it's going to possibly reach. And Devlin knocked over once again. They're really getting stuck into the action. But straight up and straight back into it. And good hooking here. Is a real rise in the tempo here from Wicklow, particularly in the defensive end. They just need now to try and turn some of these into scores. But Fitzgerald is the one for Tyrone now who has it. Drives it into the forward line looking for, well, she was hoping to find Little up there. Little though is certainly going to scrap for possession. A raft of blue jerseys in there as well. Tyrone doing very, very well here to try and hold them in there. Mulhall is the one who gets it. A great block down there by Fitzgerald. The original pass was intended for. Devlin once again there takes another belt of a hurl. And in fact that's going to be a free out. Well, Lara Devlin still hobbling a little bit here after that. And I think there's going to be a reversal possibly of the substitution. It looks like Nicole Curran has the hand strapped up, the wrist is strapped up. And I think Poppy Rose is going to come back off next time there's a break in play. And in fact it is Poppy Rose Cullendon has come back off, temporary substitution. She had good impact there when she was on. She set up the lovely score there for Laura Smith. Wicklow's third of the day. They are still 9 behind. But as I said, maybe the difference of that wind in the second half might be telling. We are into stoppage time at the end of the first half here in the very National League Division 4 final. As that ball looks like it's going to drift. Well, in fact, it's going to stay in play. Pitch here, I should mention, is in fine nick considering the incredibly bad weather we've had. Pitch looking very, very well, and that's going to be a free in there. I think the referee spotted that loose hurl over the shoulder from one of the Wicklow defenders, and that's going to be a free and a chance now for Cara Little to knock over another score. And it'll be a chance now for Tyrone to reach the double digits on the points. Their scores coming so far from Rachel O'Neill, 2 from her, who was named as replacement full back, but really has been playing further forward, and that 1-4 from Lara Devlin, 3 from Cara Little, 2 of those frees, and we're going to have a single minute of stoppage time here. So Brescia, no may the one. Then this one, Little strikes that one. Looks, I thought I was going to say looked happy with it, but the umpire signalled that one wide on the near side, a 6th wide for Tyrone now. And we are into the no may the one on Brescia at the end of this one. So Tyrone not reaching the 10-point target they thought they might get there. And Curran now straight back into it, the full forward, having to go all the way back into her own half. It's a good hit, or I should say a hefty hit there from Fitzgerald. And Curran going to get the free. And Kieran Groom just calling over Fitzgerald, I should say. And it looks like is there a card coming here possibly for the half forward. In fact there is, so the Broca half forward also joins Gurney MacDonald on the yellow card. So 2 of the Broca stars on the team now in the referee's notebook. So into the final few seconds of the half here, and in fact that is the end of the half. So half-time score here in Darver, it is Tyrone 1-9, Wicklow 3 points. But as I said, if you've been watching, you can probably feel the wind down through the camera nearly. It's that strong here, and that is certainly worth a lot of scores. So we'll see how this second half pans out, but for the moment it is the Ulster side who are in the lead. They finished top of the group, and at the moment they're on top here in the first half. But we'll be back with the second half of this one very, very soon, and we'll see where the Division 4 title will go for 2024. Welcome back here for the second half of this very national Camogie League Division 4 final, where Tyrone lead at half-time by 1-9 to 3 points against Wicklow, courtesy of the absolutely howling wind and some brilliant scores, particularly from Lara Devlin, who has been in superb form. Just waiting to see if there are any changes on either side. Fairly sure that Wicklow are going to introduce Poppy Rose Cullen-Dunn here for the second half. She came on in that first half for Maisie, or for Nicole Curran, I should say. I'm just waiting to see who Poppy is in anyway, that's for certain. In the other games then, Armagh 1 point ahead at half-time against Laois in the 3 final, and in the 1B final, level at half-time between Dublin and Wexford. I've given mention to Westmeath referee Barry Nee, who's refereeing that one today as well. Great referee from my own home county as well. Second half underway here. We'll see what effect the wind has here on this one. And straight into it was Shanna Goatlin. Lobs it up there into the forward line, but it's well defended back there by Grania Daly. So as I said, we'll see how much the wind was worth in terms of scores. Tyrone chipped over quite a number in that first half from long enough distance. Poppy Rose Cullen-Dunn is in for Wicklow, into the half-forward line alongside sister Daisy Summer Cullen-Dunn. So the duo, they're now trying to get the scores that might get them back into the game. The two sisters have plenty of scores between them already. Daisy Summer, definitely a goal scorer, 2 in the Nancy Murray Cup final and 2 against Mayo already in the league. Poppy Rose, in her brief appearances so far, score against Louth the last day of injury here to one of the Tyrone players over the far side. I think it is Grace Daly. Just waiting to see, but a little bit of a break in play here now. And that seems to be the only change, I think, for Wicklow in the second half. If there's any more, we'll try and get an update on them, but that looks like it is at the moment. And so it'll be free taken over the far side by Una McCann, joint captain of the side, and Una hits it long, but you can see Tyrone are going to have to contend with that win now in the second half, as Goatland does well, drives it in long into the forward line, but 3 Tyrone players there surrounding the Wicklow forward. And they'll have to just battle for possession here and try and get hold of it. Somebody trying to get hold of her over there. O'Neill is trying to get hold of it again. She is back in the defensive position, but she has 2 points to her name as well. She had a fantastic first half, and referee, I think, giving the free in there to Wicklow, even that there was a hand on the ground there in the midst of all the hurls and swinging of action around there. And it'll be a chance now for Curran. 1 point from play. 3 different scores for Wicklow in that first half. Laura Smith, Sophie Birmingham and Nicole Curran with 3. And 3 scores as well for Tyrone. Just slightly different numbers, of course, hence the big lead at the moment. But Curran now decides to chip that one up into the air. It looks like a decent effort. It's just gone to the near side and wide. First wide for Wicklow. And the quick puck out taken now by Colton, and Colton decides to drive it up to the danger woman, up to Devlin. Devlin looking long, it's a lovely ball inside. 2 players went for it, and in the end it comes out here to Moohan, Brona Moohan now. Cornerback decides to lob it inside. Carol Little's made a good run off the shoulder here. Taken in by Gallagher. Gallagher under all kinds of pressure. Referee says play away. Crowd looking for free here. Gallagher lobs it inside. It's only into the hands of a Wicklow player though. And they're going to try and work their way out of the fence here. And it's Shanna who has it, taken plenty out of it. Referee says play away though, and it's up to Curran. Good battle on there between herself and Aoife MacDonald. There's 3 in there. 3 Tyrone players in against 1 Wicklow. Clashing the hurls in there as well. And Goatlin in there, she has a little bit of movement up there, decides to try and go herself, drives it in long. It's a good ball up there from Shanna. Missed back there by Daly, but mopped up in the end there from O'Neill. Will Wicklow though put on a little bit of pressure here if they manage to turn it over? No, it's very good defending back there. And Brona Moon is the one who is in there just to shepherd it out and get Tyrone going once again here. MacDonald, Grania that is, and Grania decides to go across the pitch here. It was a little bit of a dangerous move, and the referee deems that in fact that's over carrying. Well, not sure there if that was a lot of steps taken by Brona Moohan, but happy enough for from the Wicklow side of things to have that free. And it'll be on the 45. And a chance for them to get their 4th score of the game. I think Sophie Birmingham possibly has taken this one. In fact, it is driven in by Birmingham, and that one's going to go over the bar. Lovely score from Sophie Birmingham. So 4 points now for Wicklow. And they're going to have to get plenty of these. Need them very, very often. Try and get themselves back into this one. Good takedown there, good tackle though in the end by Mackerleen. It was Laura Smith, the one who got hold of it. And Wicklow managed to get hold of it again. It's drilled inside here. Is there anything in it for them? Tyrone just trying to swarm players around here. They're going to have to try and cope with the long ball coming in. The difficulty of where things are going to land. And Poppy Rose Cullinan, fine tackling back there, but good tackling back by Wicklow. It's anyone's ball in there. Nobody seemed to be able to take hold of it at the moment. Kieran Groom says play away, and in the end it's Tyrone who come out with it, and McCann does very, very well, but it's Wicklow are putting on all kinds of pressure here, and they've got 3 or 4 of them up there, and in the end they managed to take hold of it, and it's struck straight off the hand, and it's over the bar. What a lovely score that is. Oh, fine score, an absolute pop shot, pop to nothing there from Laura Smith, and straight over the bar. Brilliant score, and Wicklow have 2 on the board. Now we'll see what Tyrone are made of here. That puck out, that's a very good puck out, it has to be said. A little bit of climbing there in the back. Referee says nothing in it, play away. Poppy Rose Cullinan drives it long. Just missed there by Smith, and it's taken in well by Colton, and Colton plays out a clever ball there to Gráinne MacDonald. And MacDonald now looks up, decides to drive it up into the wind. It's going to hang. Whose ball is it? It's 50-50. It's kicked forward there from Wafer. And Wafer now. And it's Goatslin again. Shanna looks up. She's a long way out, but she might fancy it. No, she decides to drive it inside there, and it's going to trickle all the way through here. And Colton will pick that one up and have a look up for a little bit of support. Driven out. Good ball out here to O'Neill. O'Neill now decides to go long. There's 2 Wicklow players up there against Devlin, and in the end it's taken out by Aoife Connolly, and Connolly drives it inside. Is there anything here for Wicklow? Great defending back there once again. Tyrone really doing a stellar job, it has to be said, when that ball's going in. And they're trying now to work things out from their own defensive line. Wicklow, clearly you can see Brendan Tobin has shouted half time to get the pressure on as much as they can, and that ball has come out here. Is there another score? It is. It's over the bar again, and it's Curran this time. And Wicklow with 3 on the board, and suddenly there's a bit of a comeback on here. But you can see, I know it's been stressed so many times in this first half, or in the first half and in the second half, but I can't stress it enough that this wind is incredibly strong. You can see the little tap that Nicole Curran put on that one, and it went well over the bar. And now a chance for Tyrone. Here we go now. Is there something in this one for them? It's Farley. Haven't seen too much of her in a while. Devlin, they're going to have to try and stop her if they're going to get the victory here. And Devlin drives that one and drives it over the bar. Lovely score from Lara Devlin. 1-5 now for the Eden Dork half forward. Brilliant score. That's just what Tyrone needed. Their first score of the half, just to settle them back into it. And Devlin takes the puck out. She read that one incredibly well. Is she on for another one in as many seconds? She is. It's over the bar, another one. Brilliant score from Devlin. 2 in about 20 seconds. And for all Wicklow's effort to get 3 scores down the far end, Lara Devlin has cancelled out 2 of those in a matter of seconds. And Tyrone now lead 111 to 6 points, so just putting the gap back out to 8. And now they've decided they're going to up the tempo a little bit here. Rachel O'Neill now bursting forward, putting the head down, has a look up at the target. Decides to chip it inside. It's good defending from a couple of the Wicklow players back there. And a foot race on here between Goatland and Gallagher. And 2 players going forward. Referee says nothing in it. Play away off that one. Driven out here by Kelly. Into the forward line it goes, but it's well defended by McCann back there. McCann now has Mackerleen in support and drives it into the forwards. Again, it's a little bit of a hit to nothing there. Siobhan Donnelly was the one who was up there trying to get hold of it. Couldn't get into it, the joint captain, but Lara Devlin has it now, and you know there's only one thing on the mind here of Lara Devlin. And has a look up at the target. How does she feel about that one? That one is going to drop all the way short. It's fumbled there by the goalkeeper. Where's the ball gone? Nothing in it, says the umpire. It's still there. No one to take it. Tyrone have it now. Is there a score here at the end of it all? And the ball is tailed off to the left and wide. That was a chance there for Tyrone really to try and kill things off. Cara Little with the shot in the end. and it's to the far side and wide, but that was half a chance there of another goal for Tyrone. That ball hanging into the wind in front of Caitlin Hughes, but it was defended well in the end. Great play there by McErleen. McErleen into Gallagher. Gallagher has Fitzgerald up ahead. McErleen has a look at the target herself, fires the shot. It's going to drop well short again, and it's anyone's ball here. Surely a chance of a goal. It's in the net. A goal for Tyrone. Don't know if the credit will go to Gallagher or possibly to Fitzgerald. I think it's Fitzgerald who is going to claim that one. Either way, it's a goal for Tyrone. And Lauren Fitzgerald, I think, was the one who got the final touch. And it's a goal for Tyrone. 2-11 out of 6 points, and suddenly that Wicklow comeback has been completely wiped off the board. And Lauren Fitzgerald, the one who got the final touch on the line, will claim that goal for Tyrone. Good sideline taken there by Kern, but it's all the way back in her own half. Not really. She's more used to the forward line, of course. Donnelly now for Tyrone. That's a lovely ball across the field here to McDonald. Aoife, that is. Aoife now well hassling Harry there by a couple of Wicklow players. Kern is in there once again, and it's Sister Grania now. Grania knocks it off. It's not a great ball. Sarah Lamb is in there fighting for it up against the other McDonald, and McDonald lays it off to O'Neill. O'Neill drives it across the centre of the field, looking for Devlin. Devlin and Goatlin go in. That's a fairly rough tackle there by Goatlin. Devlin hops up, goes back and gets the hurl there. And play away is the call from Kieran Groom. McCann now. McCann here to Farley. Farley has put the head down. That's an eye forward goal. She's going to try and pop this one over the bar. Instead, it's driven into the square. Batted out by the Wicklow defence by Kate Kelly. Taken off though by Tyrone in the end, and that one looks like it's gone over the bar. It has. Lovely score there. And that one there from Caitlin Gallagher. Gallagher with a fine score, her first of the day. Tyrone now in absolute control here, it has to be said. 2-12 to 6 points. And it looks like at the moment anyway that the very National League Division 4 title is heading up north, unless though there's something in this for Wicklow. Curran now in the foot race here. Poppy Rose Cullen Dunn in there as well. Good flick from Cullen Dunn to Curran. Tyrone have funneled 3-4 players back there now. Cullen Dunn once again trying to get onto it, pushing the back. Referee says no. Play it away. And a fight for possession down there around the 30-yard line or so down there. Knocked out. Is there a chance here for Smith? Drives it up into the air. Couldn't really see the target, and that's good defending by Tyrone, and that's gone to the near side and wide. So it remains 2-12 to 6 points here in Darver. That's fine running here from Little, or from Rachel O'Neill, I should say. And O'Neill plays it inside to Little this time, and Little now has support if she wants it. Falls on the Schlitter. Manchester up again, has a look at the target, decides to try and pop it there. It's well batted down in the goals there by Hughes. And a clearance out of the full back line is turned over. Chance here, pop a goal from Fitzgerald. Well taken in by Hughes, and Hughes will get the free out. And Blonnet Kerr is on for Tyrone as well in the second half, just seeing there in the forward line. See the number 18 there getting hold of the ball. This wasn't shown at half time, so she is in. So new forward for Wicklow defence too, contested up there. Just flicked forward by Lamb. Lamb now looking for a little bit of movement, finds it in the form of Curran, but Curran has to go to the ground to try and get hold of it, and in the end a little bit of a short tug there, nothing in it as the referee. Brona moving, still fighting for possession back there with Curran. Curran is trying to pick it up, she does, and she's run into a bit of traffic. Manages to get out of it, decides to turn backwards, drives it into the forward line now. Is there anything in there for Wicklow? Really, they need goals now at this stage. It's great defending back there from Grace Daly. Brave to put her body on the line, and it's gone out for a 45 here to Wicklow. So we are ticking on here, so we have still plenty of time left for Wicklow, of course, in this one. 13 minutes gone the second half, but they are going to need scores, and they're going to need them very, very quickly. As Faye Corrigan now is warming up for Wicklow. They have her 3 jig number 13. She wasn't able to start originally. She looks like she is going to be coming into the fray here. The Kiltegan corner forward. That's a wonderful strike if it goes over. That's an absolutely stunning score. If I say if it goes over, it's gone out into the next field. There's a brilliant score there from Sophie Birmingham. And that's her third of the day, second free. Shouldn't have asked if that one was going over that one. I should have asked was it going over the high net and at the back, which indeed it did. Well, Devlin now for Tyrone. If they got another response, they had a fine response to the 3 Wicklow scores early on. Popped 1-2 of their own. And they're back in there now looking for more scores once again as Faye Corrigan just gets ready to join in the action here. It's up to Donnelly. Referee has to hand out, I think, for advantage. Says play away now, advantage over. Devlin has a look at the target. It's a long way out, but she likes to look at that one. In fact, it's batted down by Hughes in the goal. It was dropping right in the line. It's out here to Little. Can she turn back and fire one over? Little has a pop. And it's over the bar. Lovely score from Little. Cara Little with her 4th of the day. 2 from play, 2 for frees. And Faye Corrigan now comes in place of Daisy Summer Cullen Dunn. So one half of the Cullen Dunn Sister Act has been replaced. The Dunard Glen duo. And Faye Corrigan now is the one who, as I said, the Kiltegan forward who is going to come in place. So 13 to 7 points now into the final quarter of this one. As you see, the very national Camogie League Division 4 trophy down on the sideline in front of us, as well as Farley now goes forward. Is she going to fancy a pop herself? She does, but it's well hooked down by a couple of Wicklow players. In the end, though, it's Caitlin Hughes who does very well in the goals there to get hold of it. We've got a combination of Devlin and Mackerleen there chasing down this one. Devlin gets the advantage. That was certainly a high tackle. And Lara Devlin wins the free there. So the Eden Dork Star, as I said, with 2-10 coming into this one, has another 1-6 already. Fine scoring from the half forward, who certainly is the liveliest player on the team at the moment. Just seeing who has gone into the book. I think it's the first yellow card there for Wicklow for that fairly high tackle, and it's Aoife Connolly is the one who's gone into the book. So long way out here against the wind. I think this one will just be dropped into the area, in the danger zone it is. And it's Connolly, who was booked for the challenge originally, is the one who makes up for it by managing to get it out. And Wicklow now will try and get forward here and get something out of this one if they can, and that's going to be a free. I think a bit of a frontal challenge there on one of the Wicklow defenders. So as I said, heading into the last quarter here, in Tyrone looking to add to their list of victories, including the Division 4 last year, their Minor C Championship, under 16, 2019 Minor C All-Ireland champions as well. Their 91st year as a Camogie county, so it's great for them to see the rise that they are having. They beat Wicklow in the 2022 Nancy Murray Cup as well, of course, which should be mentioned. And all the effort they've put in recently, of course, as well, in their Big Red raffle fundraising to pay for all the costs involved in the season has gone very well, and looks like it, at the moment anyway, looks like it's going to reap some kind of reward unless Wicklow can turn this around drastically. And looks like another substitution coming up here for Wicklow. I think Thea Cullen, again, fullback who was named to start, looks like she is going to enter the action here. And it's Connolly now. It's fine blocking down there though. And Tyrone really look up for this one, and how good Devlin has been, and she's got all the way back there to hook down and win that one and lob it into the forwards just to try and cause a little bit more trouble for Wicklow, as if they haven't had enough trouble from her already today. Absolute standout star of this game so far, Lara Devlin. She has literally been everywhere. There's a blade of grass which hasn't covered on this pitch. So Ciara Wafer now back there, and that is going to be a free out. Substitution here is Aoife Campbell is the one who is going to come off. And Thea Cullen, originally named at fullback, as I said, is going to come into the action here. And Tyrone look like they are also ready in a substitution here as well. It's Brona Barker who's coming in from the Dungannon club, it is. So Brona Barker, Ivor Shajak, number 16, is going to enter the fray here for Tyrone as well. Let's wait and see in a moment who she is going to come on for. I think Kieran Groom is just asking for play to continue in the next break. She will be in. Ball driven forward there now. And Wicklow, for that flying start they had in the second half, just have not been able to get through Tyrone really since then, and this has been the story of the last quarter really. This absolute head down bursting through from Tyrone, it's paid dividend. They've had some fine scores in the second half, but Wicklow now just trying to turn something their own way here, and it's Gotland. Can't argue that she hasn't put in 100% here today, just hasn't gone her way at the moment. She had advantage, but advantage is over now, and Sean O'Shea, who's gone from half forward into the forward line, or half back into the forward line I should say, manages to win herself a 45 here. So 12 points at the moment, Tyrone lead by, and Roisin McArleen, who's had a superb game in the half forward line for Tyrone. Her race is run for today and for this league campaign. Brona Barker now, reverse Shajak number 16, will take her place. So 45 here now for Birmingham. Birmingham strikes it, but I think she struck that one to the left and wide. Indeed she has. So just compounding the last few minutes for Wicklow when it looked like they were fighting back into it. Tyrone absolutely crushed them with that 1-2 in very quick succession. Those two instant scores from Lara Devlin, one after the other. Just doing so much mental damage, more so to Wicklow, trying to get back into it. Referee says play away. Not sure how that wasn't free. It looked like a trip and a hit at the same time. Good defending though back there by MacDonald. They decided to play the whistle as Wicklow now burst through here. Here goes Kern. Now is there something in it? Ches O'Shea in there as well, looking for a little bit of support, and in fact the free in is going to be awarded to the Wicklow full forward for the foul on her. As the Tyrone management led by Paul O'Grady, as I said, just looking for a free out there originally I think. Well, it'll be a chance now for, I think it's Curran this time, is going to strike this one. Indeed it is. Curran decides to chip it over. A good score from the full forward. That brings Wicklow up to 8 points now. That was a fine flick over from Nicole Curran, but it's Tyrone who are back on the attack straight away here. No messing around from Emer Colton with the quick puck out, and straight up to the danger woman Devlin at the far side. But for once she has been turned over, and it was Hannah Doyle who did really well to turn her over. And now is there something in this for Wicklow? Lovely bit of skill there from Laura Smith. Great take on the hurl, driven inside, no advantage accruing as far as you can see, and that will go all the way back. So Wicklow have moved Sean O'Shea into the forward line from half back. That was with the change from Thea Cullen coming on at full back. They've decided to push O'Shea up, just hoping to get something out of this one. At the moment, as I said, they're going to need something very, very quick and very, very spectacular to get themselves back in with a fighting chance here. No, a goal now would do them absolutely no harm at all. It's a fine strike from Birmingham, but it's just tailed off to the near side and wide. It's a fourth wide of this half now for Wicklow. And Colton is again, she has done many times with that quick puck out, and it's working really well for Tyrone. Farrelly this time picks it up and puts head down and just sprints her way past Doyle, leaves her in her wake. One ball up there, Connolly does well to take it in. And that was a late strike there on Connolly, I think accidental to be fair. I'm not sure if there was anything serious or malicious in it, but certainly Connolly took a little flick there after the ball was gone. I think Kieran Groom just going to have a quick word here with, I'm not sure, was it Devlin, one of the Tyrone players? I think it is going to be Lara Devlin who's going into the book here for this one. And indeed it is yellow card there for Lara Devlin. Well, to be fair, she's been involved in 99% of the tackles in this game, so there's always a potential that one that might go wrong. And that is the one that has got her into the book. Time-wise, we are looking at about 6.5 minutes or so left in this one. And at the moment, as I said, our very National League Division 4 title is heading up north. And of course, alongside today, you've got Armagh, who were leading at half time in the 3 final. So So potentially could have a couple of titles tomorrow. Of course, my own Westmeath will be in Croke Park up against another Ulster side in Derry. Should be a cracker in Croke Park, and it's a fine score there from Birmingham. Adds her 4th of the day, 3rd from a free, 1 her first coming from play, 3 from place ball since then. And that brings Wicklow up to 9 points, so 10 in it. Not over yet. We've had stranger turnarounds in sport, but when you've got a player like Devlin here taking in possession like that in between 4 different players, it's always going to be hard to find a way back into a win or the opposition. But it's good defending back there by Cullen, but Gallagher now has managed to nip in and just pick it off. Can she find the score? Decides to go for it. It's a brilliant one. Is it gone over? It is. It's over the bar. Lovely score there from Caitlin Gallagher. Gallagher just chipped that one up into the air, kind of hung in the wind a little bit. It was flicked over in the end by Caitlin Hughes. Nothing that she could do except knock it over. And just doing Tyrone or the good, just knocking that one over. Just keeping the spirits up, and the bench cheered that one as if it was the score that they thought might be the one that just ensures that the title will be theirs. So it's McCann now over the far side. In there as well is, dare I say, Lara Devlin once again. Knocked inside here to Gallagher, who got the last score. She's got a couple now. She's going to put the head down. She's going to try and knock over another one possibly. This one though over to the near side and wide, and 8th wide now for Tyrone. Substitution coming up here, I think, for Wicklow. And it's Curran now who's trying to do it. All bears out for you down that sideline. A great ball back inside, although it's going to go over the head, I think, of Sarah Lamb. It is, but Lamb does very, very well, gets it back. It's Poppy Rose Cullen Dunn, hooked really, really well back there by McDonald. And Goatlin now. Goatlin decides to turn once and twice, goes off the left-hand side, tries to play it in long. It's well taken in, though, by Moohan. Substitution coming up here for Wicklow in a minute. I think it's going to see Orla Waters come in. And that's a fine score, an absolutely lovely score for Wicklow. And this time it is Orla Waters who is going to come in. And Wicklow now up to the 10 points. And Sean O'Shea is the one who is replaced by Orla Waters. So Sean O'Shea, to be fair to her, has put in all she could in defence, and then when she was asked to go into attack then after. But Orla Waters now is in for the final few minutes, the Dunard Glen player. Tyrone though look like they are the ones who are going to be victorious today, as Olivia Farley now bursts forward. And is there a chance here for a goal for her? She puts the head up. Is she going to go for goal? Going to tap it over, decides to go for goal. It's in the back of the net. A lovely score from Olivia Farley. Brilliant, brilliant goal from the midfielder. 3-14 now for Tyrone. 10 points to Wicklow. And that also means that Olivia Farley will have completed the season having scored in every single game from midfield as well. Brilliant record for the midfielder. That was a lovely, lovely goal. Spotted that the keeper was possibly coming out a little bit, and in the end just decided to lob it overhead into the far corner. And it is all Tyrone here at the moment. One-way traffic as Devlin goes through here. Is she going to try and pick over another one? And indeed she does. Another one for Devlin. And we're now space on the sheet to fill in scores here for Devlin. 1-7 for the Eden Dorks there. All of it coming from play. And still Tyrone playing as if it was the opening couple of minutes here. And a substitution coming up here for Wicklow. And Holly Byrne is going to step into the goals for the final few moments. The Ivor number 16, and Caitlin Hughes is going to be the one who is replaced. So Holly Byrne getting her chance in goals in the final. And Caitlin Hughes replaced as Wicklow now through Goatlin. Lob it up the line here. Fine pick up there from Birmingham. Great block down though equally from Moohan. And again from Moohan, 2 in a row from her. Really still fighting as if this game was in the opening few minutes and her side were even trailing early on. Whereas it's the exact opposite of that, as another chance here. This time it's Cunningham. Haven't seen a huge amount of her in this game, but anything she's done very, very well. It's lobbed inside. A little bit of movement here. And ball knocked over the head of Gallagher. Nobody in the end running for it. And the only player who is going to take it in back there, looks like it's going to be one of the 2 Tyrone players who are in there fighting for it. Waters who managed to clear it out there. It's going to be a fight on the ball. Referee just looking for someone to pick it up, but in the end a couple of players fell on the ball, and the easy thing to do now just to throw the ball back in and get things going again as Cara Little gets back to her feet here. And Tyrone, I think, going to empty the bench here in the final few moments. 4 substitutes lining up here. And the ball played back to Thea Cullen. Cullen now into midfield here to Lamb, and that's surely going to be a shoulder. So quadruple substitution coming up here for Tyrone. Mairead Donnelly is going to enter the action, as are 3 other players, Becky Santos, Grania Devlin and Molly O'Hanlon, all about to enter the action here. As Cara Little has a look at the target from a long way out as the dark clouds start to reappear once again. We could do without the rain now. Last thing this game needs a shower of rain. The wind has already had enough of an impact on it. And good tackling back there from Wicklow, and referee says play away. The hurl was well put in there as we tick into time up nearly at this stage. Just waiting to see what is going to be added on, but I think Louise Riley down there with the board is preparing substitution. She's going to have a hard bit of work to do here to get all these numbers out. Connolly now turn around, driving it forward here. Good bat down, but again in there. Well, if you've been watching this game, you don't need me to tell you who is the one who is back there for Tyrone from the forward line doing all the work. Curran chips it forward. And chips it forward, but only straight into the hands of Grania MacDonald this time. Grania MacDonald, Aoife MacDonald, she's saying that time was Grania, and Grania lobs it into the forward line here. So there's something from it. Oh, it's a lovely flick. If that works out, it would be a phenomenal score here from Fitzgerald. She goes for the goal, and it's to the right and wide. So quadruple substitution here for Tyrone. Coming off first is Lauren Fitzgerald. She'll be replaced by Becky Santos. Coming off as well is Cara Little, and Cara's going to be replaced by Mairead Donnelly. Grace Daly is going to be replaced by Ivor Hain, Grania Devlin, and Ivor Doe. Brona Moohan is replaced by Grania O'Hanlon. So 4 substitutions, and one also on the Wicklow side as well. We have Katie Campbell from the Aughrim Club. Ivor 3 has come on in place of Alice Mulhall. So we are awaiting the final moments here. This one, we are 2 minutes into stoppage time already, and it is really now up to the discretion of Kieran Groomer, referee. But Wicklow, though, to their credit, fighting to the end. But this day certainly looks like it's going to belong to Tyrone. And around the middle here is Cunningham, and Cunningham drives it long into Gallagher. Good tackle there from Thea Cullen. So an additional 1 minute of stoppage time. Referee says play away, nothing in it. Good tussle around the middle. The very national Camogie League Player of the Match award down there in front of us as well, which I would say there is one serious standout for that. She has won 7 on the board, all from play today. She has scored as much in total as the entire Wicklow team. She has been absolutely everywhere. Lara Devlin, an absolute star of the game here today. I'm just waiting to see if Wicklow are going to make any last substitutions, but I think time is just about up really against them here. Is it Tyrone who are going to try and add on one more score? Devlin decides this time to lob it into the square, and it's taken out well by Goatlin. Mention for her as well, she's had, wasn't maybe her finest game ever, but to be fair to her, she's put in all the effort that she could around the midfield. It's been a tough battle for her as Devlin drives it up the line once again, this time to Farley, the last goal scorer. And Farley this time has a look up, decides to play it back. There's 2 Tyrone players there, and between them they managed to pick it up. It's struck in well. Is it going to go over the bar? It is, it's over the bar. And it's Anya Cunningham. Gets her first from play for the day. And that's it. Final score, Tyrone 3-16, Wicklow 10 points. And the 2024 Very National Camogie League final Division 4 goes in favour of Tyrone. And 1-7 for Lara Devlin, of course, doing the job there as well. We will have an interview with our player of the match as well coming up, and we'll have our presentation. But for now, for myself, Jason Keelan, it's Gurmila Margav and Sloan Gilliff, and we'll see you again soon. Keep an eye on the presentation coming up very soon. With our player of the match in the Very National Camogie League Division 4 final, Lara Devlin. Lara, 1-7 from play. On a personal note, first of all, that has to be one of your finest days out.
Oh yeah, I suppose the win definitely helped me a lot. Like I remember the Mayo final last year, it was the same sort of situation. We had the win in the first half and I got a load of scores away in the early parts of it, which definitely helped, and it helps the team in general, like knowing you have a sort of cushion to lean back on if you sort of fall behind. So.
And I've seen you playing a few matches. It's a thing that you seem to cover every blade of grass that's
Oh,
possible on the pitch. And again today was the exact same thing.
No, I don't know. I always have a run joke with my friend. I try and track up the most amount of steps on my GPS, so I only got it this year, so I'm trying to beat my records.
Fair enough. Well, 100,000 steps is quite a lot in the game, I would say. So, and for Tyrone, then, it's been a great few years of growth. You've had under 16, you've had minor success as well, you've had development success. What does this mean for Tyrone Camogie then?
Oh, it's just class. One thing I wanted to do for Paul, Niall, Liam and Jared was just bring this home, like mainly for them. Like they have put in some shift this year. The professionalism that they've brought to Tyrone Camogie in general, we're taking real seriously now, and it's class for the girls who've been there. I'm only on the panel since last year, but for the girls that have been there years and maybe not been respected the way they should have, it's class to see them boys bring Tyrone Camogie to where it's sort of always hoped to be.
Yeah, and an unbeaten group campaign, and now unbeaten in the final, going into championship. How do you feel?
I'm buzzing. I'm so buzzing to get back training already. Like the girls are class. We love going up to training in Gavahi and like just getting the food after and all. Great bond with the girls and no, class cracked. Can't wait to get back.
Well, Lara, 1-7 today. You are the Very National Camogie League Player of the Match, so we'll let you go back to your presentation, celebrations, and good luck for championship.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thanks a million.
Do you know what? You don't need that because there's not many. can you pick me up from here? Is that okay? All right, okay. Try to do both. Both on? Both is on. Hello. First of all, on behalf of our Collion Camogie Association, Cohorgus, Lugak, Dinya, New, Vikliha, Aontok, Agin, Erdus, Gurmayagat, to Louth GAA and also Louth Camogie. They provided a pitch today, and heavens knows pitches all over Ireland are completely and utterly doused in rain, but this is in super conditions, so I'd like to thank Louth to provide the pitches for us. Thank you. Cohorgus le Rachor, to Kieran, Lisa, Louise, Francis, and the umpires. They came travel for the distance, and I'd like to thank them for an excellent game. They allowed the teams to play, so thank you very much to the match officials. We'd also like to thank Very for their sponsorship. Again, leagues won't take place without sponsorship, and we are very grateful for the Very sponsorship. So thank you to Very for the sponsors. Ladies, it's excellent game of Camogie. Congratulations to both of you. It's tough conditions with the wind, and also then there was a wee bit of a rain shower at one point in time as well. So it's tough going. But obviously at the end of the day, Kilwanton, hard luck. It's just a tough day today. Your day will come. Championship is coming towards you, so keep working hard, keep at it. And the most important thing is that you're enjoying what you're doing. So congratulations to Wicklow. And to be honest with you, I don't have to look at the teams to know who won, because all I have to do is look at defits and look at the smile on their face. I know Tyrone has won. You're welcome, defits. Congratulations, Tyrone. Again, you're working towards your championship. Keep at it. Keep working at it. You have a super defence, and you've also got the rarity of scoring forwards. And on that part, we have the player of the match going to Lara. Okay, and now we have the Broca twins over here. So to Siobhan and Anna, I'd like to present them with the Division 4 League. Congratulations, girls. Both of them. You just have to go with both of them.
So, is that on, yeah? Is it on? Can you hear me? On behalf of me and my teammates, I would like to thank Louth GAA for the facilities today. Would like to thank Kieran, the referee, and all his officials. Would like to thank also the County Board, Tyrone County Board, for all the work they've done in the background. It doesn't go unseen or unnoticed, so thanks a million. To our sponsors, another thank you. And also to all our supporters here today, thank you for making the travel. To the Wicklow girls, thanks for a great battle. Anytime we face you girls, we know you're going to bring it to the table. So thank you again and good luck for the rest of your season. And the next thank you goes to these 4 men standing here. So these guys came on board in January and they've took us girls to the next level. Every week they push us beyond and above in training, and I'm sure the 30 girls standing here can back that all the cold mornings and late nights have paid off today, so thank you so much. And last but not least, thank you to all these girls standing here. The work that we've done on the pitch and off the pitch, it's shown here today, from the goalkeeper, the midfields, the defence, the forwards. Just a massive thank you, girls, for the commitment, hard work, and let's keep pushing Tyrone Camogie forward. There's a big championship ahead, but tonight we'll celebrate. And a shout out also to Keevan Connor from Elysium for all the hard work. Thank you. That's me. Thank you, everyone. Right. Well, that's it. Right, I'm ready.
Pick a mic, any mic.
Oh, yeah.